about that. You were living in Rhode Island, correct, or Massachusetts? How did you make?
Yes.
How did you leave here and head that way?
So I got a job in Baltimore, and so I had to head to Baltimore from Rhode Island, and it's like a 6.5, 7 hour drive.
Yeah.
And I used to fight for Pride. I'm still part of Pride for sure. They're the best team in the world. Andrew Cornell is the best. All my teammates are awesome. And I started training at Level Up with Patrick Rosiera, and he's an awesome coach. It's hard to find an environment like Pride, but Level Up is pretty great. Jason Farrell does an awesome job.
What did you do here when you were part of Pride? How much fighting experience did you get in Rhode Island?
I did an exhibition fight in upstate New York for Pride against Damiana Andrello, and then after that I did a fight in Westerly in Rhode Island against somebody from Rondo's Kickboxing, which is a local place in Rhode Island. And that's it for Pride, and then I moved pretty much immediately after that fight.
Now, what was your background in martial arts? How did you get started in Muay Thai?
None at all. I walked in the door the first day, and I met April Canavan, and she sucked me in, and she's been awesome. She's like the closest person in my life now. She's like, I mean, all the teammates at Pride are so great. I can't say enough about them.
Awesome.
Hey, Lauren, Tom Evans here. Congratulations on your upcoming fight. We're all excited to see you. How long have you been training in the art of Muay Thai?
I've been fighting for 2 years.
Okay, so training and fighting, or just fighting for 2 years?
Training and fighting.
Oh, that's awesome. That's great.
My first fight was 5 months after I started.
Awesome.
Nice.
That's great. So Lauren, really quick. I know you're fighting another decent female. You guys are both undefeated, right? You're down as 1-0, and your opponent's 2-0. What do you know about your opponent?
I don't really know much. I know her height and her record. I think she's a little bit shorter than I am, like most people are.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. You're tall.
5'9". 5'9" is what's listed, Lauren. That's awesome. So we're hoping to see a lot of long knees and teeth,
that's
right?
for Muay Thai right there.
Yeah, it's definitely an advantage.
You had a fight back in June. You had some Pride martial arts friends come there. Doug, one of my friends there, good friends there.
Doug Holland?
Yeah,
Phenomenal.
Doug Holland.
Phenomenal.
Jake Doug, he's cornering me.
He's going to be there cornering. Yeah, I thought I saw something on Facebook. You mentioned something like that he's going to be there. So you had this fight back in June. Was that your first fight in Maryland, training under the new camp?
Yeah, it was definitely a new experience for me. It was my first fight for Level Up, but it was also my first tournament, so that was a new experience. And all my people from Pride came to support. It was awesome.
So Lauren, talk about, we see this a lot in the Muay Thai community. They have tournaments. How does that work? How many fights did you have? How many rounds are the tournaments?
It's the same thing as a fight, like a amateur fight. So it's 3 rounds in 2 minutes.
Now do you fight multiple? You fight multiple fights in the same night?
Yeah, we fought on the same day.
That's awesome. That's awesome. That's going to be grueling, huh?
Yeah, it's definitely a challenge. You're really wiped out by the end of the day. You don't really have time for that adrenaline stuff after the fight.
Excellent. Nice. So what do you do? What do you do off to the side as far as any other sports? Anything else you do to keep active other than Muay Thai?
I think that's enough, Steve.
I grew up playing basketball and running. I've always been kind of pretty athletic, but once I found this, it's like you get sucked in totally different.
You're right. Well, Tom mentioned before you came on how Muay Thai, not only is deep in tradition, but once you get sucked in, as both of you guys are saying. What is that feeling? What are you feeling? Is it the camaraderie? Do you feel that you found like a family? Like, what's that feeling?
Oh my God, with pride more than anything. I mean, no other place compares. The way that Andrew treats everyone as family, it shows with all the teammates too. The feeling when you walk in, you know, it's just everybody is so nice to each other. Everybody compliments each other, and all of your sparring partners are always awesome. So that right there is like you're just welcomed into this big team. And I remember my first day when I came in and saw April for the first time. She told me that she's like, it's really great. Everybody calls each other a team, and that's one of the best things about this. Mm-hmm. And she's definitely been right. It's been awesome for me. I love having them around me.
So what do you think, without giving out too many secrets, and I asked Sarah the same question, there's definitely different aspects of Muay Thai. You got the long range game, you got the clinch game, you got the sweep game, you got the, obviously the inside game. What do you feel more comfortable with in the ring?
I mean, everything, I rely on my coaches a lot. I just listen to them throughout the training camp, and my coach Pat has done so much. I definitely am prepared in terms of how hard I push in the training camp. Pat kills me every time I train with him, so I'm super excited.
Ready to go. And how do you feel in the clinch? Is that something, I know sometimes for a taller fighter, the clinch game can be a very exciting thing. How do you feel in the clinch?
Yeah, same with the clinch. I mean, I'm tall, so it's naturally a little bit easier. But yeah, I like being in the clinch. I don't know, I can do everything. I'm used to shorter people, so I shouldn't have a problem with that.
And last question for me, Lauren. Again, you guys are female role models in the community. What advice do you have for the young females that are ready to jump into Muay Thai and jump into any combat sport? Do you have any advice to give these young females that are probably watching?
Oh man, it's crazy. I mean, it's like the most empowering thing. The second that I first started with Andrew, it's just like your confidence is immediately boosted, and then learning on top of that, I feel like it's something that nobody else has, and the family that you get from it is so awesome too.
And by you say empowering and confidence, you definitely mean you're learning self-defense, right? So that's really important. You got a female, who some guy tries to grab you, you throw a couple knees. I'm sure they're not going to like that, right? So that's so a couple elbows, right? So that's great to hear. I think it's really important that No Boundary continues to do these shows, which I know they will. We really look forward to seeing you, progress in your amateur career. What are you looking to do with your kickboxing career? You looking to keep going?
Keep going. I mean, I just like doing it for the sake of doing it. I like the training toward a goal. I like constantly learning. Never perfect. You can always work harder. You can always do more. You can always get better.
Absolutely.